Magandang araw mga bata! Welcome to Teacher Marles channel, kung saan maraming matututunan sa lesson na ating pag-aaralan. Our subject is Mathematics 6. These are the objectives for today's lesson. So number 1, you need to construct a pie graph based on a given set of data. Then number 2, we need to solve routine and non-routine problems using data presented in a pie graph. So let us define pie graph. So pie graph represents data as a circular region divided into sections called sector. So the size of each sector corresponds to the part of the data represented. Pie graph or circle graph shows how sections or parts are related to the whole. So how to draw a pie graph? So these are the steps on how to draw a pie graph. 1. Know what is the whole or reference and the parts of the pie graph. So what are the sections and the pie graph is about what? So example, if we are going to make a pie graph about this table, the pie graph is about the distribution of overseas Filipino workers in 6 continents. And the parts of the pie graphs are the continent such as Asia, Europe, North and South America, Australia, and Africa. For this table, the pie graph is about the occupation of 400 parents of Malikhain Elementary School students. And the parts of the pie graph are their occupation, such as vendors, fishermen, farmers, OFWs, and carpenters. Next is step 2. Compute the ratio. Compute the ratio of each section to the whole by using a formula. So what percent of the whole is each part? So the formula in finding percent is part divided by whole. In this table, given na ang percentage. So, hindi na natin siya kailangan i-compute kasi ibinigay na. Because there are some problems that percentage is already given. In this table, we need to compute the percentage for us to be able to draw a pie graph about this. First, we need to compute the total number of parents. So, 100 plus 120 plus 80 plus 40 plus 60 equals 400. Next is the percentage of vendors. So, we need to divide the parts and whole. So, 100 divided by 400. 100, so this is the part. Then, divided by 400, this is the whole or the total number of parents. So, 100 will be the dividend, 400 will be the divisor. So, yung nauna, siya po yung dividend natin. Yung nahuli, siya yung magiging divisor. So, 100 divided by 400 is cannot be. So, we will put 0. Then, we will add decimal point and 0. So, decimal point here and 0. So, magiging siyang 1,000. So, 1,000 divided by 400 is equal to 2. So, copy the decimal point. So, 2 times 400 is equal to 800. Then, subtract 1,000 minus 800 is equal to 200. Then, we will add 0. So, may remainder tayo. So, we will add 0. Then, bring down 0. So, 2,000 divided by 400 is equal to 5. Then, 5 times 400 is equal to 2,000. Then, subtract 2,000 minus 2,000 is equal to 0. So, the quotient is 0.25. So, we need to convert 0.25 to percent. Just move the decimal point 2 units to the right and put the percent sign. So, 0.25. So, 2 units or times 100 siya. So, 1, 2. So, we have 25%. So, from 0.25, it will become 25%. So the vendor, so the percentage of vendor is 25%. Okay, next is fisherman. So we have part again divided by whole. So 120 divided by 400. Okay, so 120 divided by 400 is 0. So we add again decimal point and 0. So 1,200 divided by 400 is equal to 3. Copy the decimal point. So 3 times 400 is equal to 1,200. Then subtract 1,200 minus 1,200 is equal to 0. So the quotient is 0.3. So we need to convert 0.3 to percent. Just move the decimal points 2 units to the right and put the percent sign. So 1, 2. Merong bakanting isa. So maglalagay tayo ng 0. So hindi siya 3%. So may bakanting isa since dalawang beses tayo nag-move. 1, 2. So merong bakante. So we will add 0. So from 0.3, it will become 30 then percent. 30%. So next is farmer. So farmers, 80 part divided by whole. 80 divided by 400. So 80 divided by 400, this is 0, cannot be. So we will add decimal point and 0. 800 divided by 400 is equal to 2. So copy the decimal point. So magkapantay. 2 times 400 is equal to 800. After that, subtract. 800 minus 800 is equal to 0. So the quotient is 0.2. So we need to convert 0.2 to percent. So move lang natin ng dalawang beses papunta sa right. Or times 100. So ang shortcut, mag-move lang ng dalawa. Papunta dito sa right. So 1, 2. May bakante ulit. So maglalagay tayo ng 0. So from 0.2, magiging po siyang 20%. So ang percentage ng farmers ay 20%. So next is OFWs. So part divided by whole again. So ulit-ulit lang tayo, no? Divide ang part divided by whole. So part is 40. Ang whole ay 400. So kabuuan. So 40 divided by 400 is cannot be, so that is 0. Then we will add decimal point and 0. 400 divided by 400 is equal to 1. So copy the decimal point. 1 times 400 is equal to 400. And then subtract 400 minus 400 is equal to 0. So the quotient is 0.1. So, i-convert ulit natin yung 0.1 sa percent. So, move ulit ng dalawa. 1, 2. So, maglalagay tayo ng 0. So, yung 0.1, magiging po siyang 10%. So, ang percentage ng OFWs is 10%. So, last, carpenters. So, 60, that is the part. Then, 400 is the whole. 60 divided by 400 cannot be. So, add 0. Sa taas. Then, put decimal point in 0. So, 600 divided by 400 is equal to 1. Yan. So, decimal point. 1 times 400 is equal to 400. Then, subtract. 600 minus 400 is equal to 200. So, my remainder. We will add 0. Bring down 0. 2,000 divided by 400 is equal to 5. 5 times 400 is equal to 2,000. So, subtract. So, 2,000 minus 2,000 is equal to 0. So, the quotient is 0.15. So, i-convert natin siya sa percent. So, 0.15, move ng dalawa. 1, 2. So, 0.15, magiging po siyang 15%. So, ang carpenters, ang percentage niya ay 15%. A total of 100%. So, dapat pag tapos natin makompute lahat ng percentage po, ang total po niyan ay 100%. So, step 3 is to compute the degree. So, compute the degrees for each section by using the formula. Then, number of degrees in 1 revolution times percent. So, 360 degrees times percent. So, ganun kinukompute ang degrees. In this table, we need to add column for the computation of degrees kasi meron na siyang percentage. So, to compute the degree of Asia, dito tayo sa Asia, multiply 360 degrees and 83%. Okay, so dito, i-total muna natin to. 83 plus 7 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2 is equal to 100%. So, palaging 100% po ang total ng percentage. Okay, so for Asia, so 360 degrees times percent. So, 360 times 0.83. So, kailangan nating i-convert yung 83% to decimal by moving 2 units to the left. Okay po. So, kanina, pag magko-convert tayo ng decimal to percent, so, papunta tayo sa right. Ngayon naman, kabaliktaran, from percent to decimal, papunta po tayo sa left. So, dalawang unit, papunta sa left. So, simula dito sa dulo. So, 1, 2. Kaya po siya naging 0.83. Okay, so, let's multiply 360 times 0.83. So, 3 times 0 is equal to 0. 3 times 6 is equal to 18. Carry 1, then 8. 3 times 3 is equal to 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. Next, 8 times 0 is equal to 0. 8 times 6 is equal to 48. So, carry 4. Then, we have 8 sa baba. 8 times 3 is equal to 24. Plus 4 is equal to 28. And then, add. So, we have 0. 8 plus 0 is 8. Then, 0 plus 8 is equal to 8. 1 plus 8 is equal to 9. Then, we have 2. So, next, so the decimal places, we have 1, 2. So, 2 decimal places. So, therefore po, ang decimal place natin sa baba ay 2 din. So, simula sa dulo, 1, 2. So, our final answer is 298.80 degrees. 1, 2. 298.80 degrees. So, that is the degree para dito sa Asia. Okay, so next naman, Europe. So, 360 degrees times percent. So, 7%. Convert natin sa decimal. So, simula sa dulo kasi nandito yung decimal point. 1, 2. So, may bakanting isa, maglalagay tayo ng 0. So, yung 7%, magiging po siyang 0.07 or 0.07. So, maglagay na tayo ng 0 sa unahan. Okay, 360 times 0.07. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 6 is 42. Carry 4, bring down 2. 7 times 3 is 21. Plus 4 is 25. Next, since ito ay 0 na, okay na lang kung wag nang isolve yan kasi 0, susunod ulit dito ay 0, 0, 0. Okay, so count the decimal places. 1, 2. So, 2 decimal places. So, ang sagot natin, 2 decimal places din. So, simula dito, 1, 2. So, final answer is 25.20 degrees for Europe. Next, number 3, we have North and South America. 360 degrees times percent. So, 6%. Move natin para maging decimal. 1, then 2 decimal point. So, we have 0.06. So, dito, 1, 2, then decimal point. So, dito, maglalagay tayo ng 0. So, ang sagot po ay 0.06. So, maglalagay na din po tayo ng 0 sa unahan. So, 0.06. Kaya siya naging 0.06. Then, multiply 360 times 0.06. So, 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 6 is 36. So, carry 3. Bring down 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 3 is 21. Then, ito, again, 0 na ulit itong nasa dulo. So, wag na natin i-compute. Kasi 0 lang din yun. Count the decimal places. 1, 2. 2 decimal places. So, ang sagot natin, 2 decimal places din. Simula sa dulo, 1, 2. So, final answer, 21.60 degrees. So, that is for North and South America. Okay, so next is Australia. 2%. So 360 degrees times percent. So 0.02. Move lang ulit ng dalawa. 1, 2. Tuldo. Decimal point. So magkakaroon tayo ng 0.02. So multiply. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry 1, bring down 2. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So 0 na ulit ito. So count the decimal places. So decimal places, 1, 2, dalawa. So final answer natin, meron ding dalawang decimal places. 1, 2. So final answer, 7.20 degrees for Australia. Okay, next is for Africa. So sa Africa, since pareho lang naman yung percent niya sa Australia, same process lang din. So multiply. So we have 720. Count the decimal places. We have 2. Then 1, 2. So 7.20 degrees. Then dapat po, i-total natin. Pag tinotal natin, ang sagot ay 360 degrees. Lahat ito. So the total, the sum from Asia up to Africa, dapat po ay 360 degrees. Okay, so another example, let us compute the degree of vendors. So kanina, na-compute na natin yung percentage ng vendors. So ngayon naman ay yung degree. So ang total percentage po ay 100%. Okay, so umpisahan natin sa vendors. So 360 degrees times percent. So 25%. To decimal is 0.25. So 360 times 0.25. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 6 is 30. Carry 3. Then bring down 0. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 3 is 18. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry 1. Bring down 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. So ipa-plus natin. So we have 0, 0, 10, carry 1, bring down 0. 1 plus 1 plus 7 is 9. So count the decimal places. So we have 2 decimal places, 1, 2. So ang sagot natin, meron ding dalawa. 1, 2. 90.00 degrees or in short po, 90 degrees. Next measurement. So 30%. So 360 times 0.30. 360 times 0.30. So this is 0. 0 times 0, 0. 0 times 6, 0. 0 times 3, 0. Okay, so dito tayo sa 3. 3 times 0, 0. 3 times 6, 18. Carry 1, bring down 8. 3 times 3, 9. Plus 1, 10. Then add. So we have 0, 0, 8, 0, then 1. Then count the decimal places. So meron tayong dalawa. 1, 2. So final answer natin, meron ding dalawa. 1, 2. 108.00 or 108 degrees. So pangatlo, let's compute the farmers. 360 degrees times percent. So 360 times 0.20. Ayan, 20%. So 360 times 0.20. So 0 times 0, 0. 0 times 6 is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. Next 2. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry 1, bring down 2. 2 times 6, 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Then add. So we have 0, 0, 2, 7. Decimal places, 1, 2. So final answer natin, dalawa din. 1, 2. So final answer, we have 72 degrees. Is for OFW. So 360 degrees times percent. So OFW is 10%. So magiging siyang 0.10. 360 times 0.10. So 0 times 0, 0. 0 times 6 is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. Then 1. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. Then add. So 0, 0, 6, and then 3. So decimal places again, we have 2. So final answer natin, meron ding dalawa. 1, 2. So 36.00 or 36 degrees. Last for carpenters. So 360 times 15% or 0.15. So 360 times 0.15. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 6 is 30. Carry 3, bring down 0. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 3 is 18. Next is 1. 1 times 0, 0. 1 times 6, 6. 1 times 3, 3. Then add. So we have 0, 0. 8 plus 6 is 14. Carry 1, bring down 4. 1 plus 1 plus 3 is 5. Then count the decimal places. We have 2 decimal places. So ang answer natin, meron ding dalawa. 1, 2. 54.00 or 54 degrees for carpenters. So total dapat po ng degrees ay, okay, very good, 360 degrees. 90 plus 108 plus 72 plus 36 plus 54 degrees. Total of 360 degrees. So step 4, we need to draw. So draw the sections or parts of the circle graph by starting at the 12 o'clock position on the circle. Arrange the sections in a clockwise direction based on their sizes. So from largest to smallest. Let us draw the pie graph of the distribution of overseas Filipino workers in 6 continents. So first, draw a circle, then create a line from the center. So kailangan ang linyang ito na nasa protractor ay nakatapat sa linyang ginuhit natin kanina. Ito po, yung linya ng protractor. So kailangan nakatapat po siya dito. So hindi po yung dulo ng protractor. Ito, hindi ito ang itatapat sa line na ginawa natin kanina, kundi yung linya po dito sa may 0. Ayan, dyan yung itatapat yung line na ginawa natin, yung color red. So kapag nagdo-drawing ng parts ng circle graph, uunahin ang pinakamalaki. So sa table na ito, ang pinakamalaki ay Asia with 298.80 degrees. So ang protractor ay hanggang 180 lamang. So ibig sabihin, ang kalahati ng circle ay parte na ng Asia. Since 298.80 ang Asia, kailangan nating isubtract ang 298.80 degrees and 180 para malaman kung ilan pa ang idadagdag natin para mabuo ang part ng Asia. So 298.80 minus 180 is equal to 118.80 degrees. So ililipat natin ang protractor sa kabila para maidagdag ang 118.80 degrees. So, titingin tayo simula sa 0 ng protractor dito sa left side. Dito po. Then, hahanapin natin ang 118.80 degrees. 118.80 degrees. So, nasa gitna siya ng 118 and 119. So, kapag nahanap nyo na, ilalagyan na natin ang guhit simula sa center ng circle. Ayan. So, next is to label the part of the circle that we draw. So, ang part na ito ay Asia with 83%. Ang susunod na i-drawing ay Europe na may 25.20 degrees. So, ang protractor ay ipapantay natin sa guhit na ginawa natin kanina. So, simula 0, yan. So, kung saan yung huling guhit, huling line na dinraw natin. So, kanina ito, di ba yung sa Asia, ito yung last line na dinraw natin. Iikutin nyo din yung protractor. Dito nyo na po ipapantay yung line dito. Ayan, yung line sa may 0. So, dyan nyo ipapantay yung protractor nyo. So, simula 0, hanapin natin ang 25.20 degrees. So, hindi po kayo dito titingin sa 0 na nasa right. Doon kayo sa 0, kapantay ng line na dinrawing kanina. So, 0. Hanapin po ang 25.20 degrees. Ayan. So, nandito siya sa part na to. So, pag nahanap na po ay lalagyan na ng guhit. Ayan. So, then, label Europe 7%. So, ang susunod ay North and South America na may 21.60 degrees. So, gaya kanina, iikot natin ang protractor at ipapantay sa linya na ginuhit natin kanina. Ayan. So, ayan na, nakapantay na siya dyan. So, from 0, hahanapin ang 21.60 degrees. O, dito siya sa part na to. So, pag nahanap na po ang 21.60 degrees, so, lalagyan ng guhit. And label North and South America with 6%. Then Australia with 7.20 degrees. Iikot ang protractor, then hanapin ang 7.20 degrees from 0. So, gaya lang ng ginawa kanina, ipantay sa 0 yung line. Yan, yung line ng protractor, ipapantay po doon sa line na ginuhit kanina. So, find 7.20 degrees. So, pag nakita na po, so nandito siya sa gitna ng 7 and 8. Lalagyan ng guhit. And we will label. So, since Africa na lang ang natitira, so ibig sabihin, ang natirang part ay for Africa. Then, we need to label Australia with 2% and Africa with 2%. Ayan, 2%, then 2%. And don't forget to put the title of the pie graph. So, distribution of overseas Filipino workers in 6 continents. So, this is the pie graph or the pie chart para sa distribution of overseas Filipino workers in 6 continents. Another example, let us draw a pie graph about the occupation of 400 parents of Malikhain Elementary School students. So, same process, draw a circle, then create a line from the center. So, kailangan pantay ang linyang ito ng protractor sa linyang ginuhit kanina. Ayan. So, based on the table, ang pinakamalaking part ay fisherman with 108%. So, from 0, so dito po ha, hindi dito sa dulo. So, from 0, dito sa may line na ito, hahanapin natin ang 108. Okay, so dito tayo sa taas titingin, hindi po sa baba. Okay, from 0 palagi. So, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So, ang 108 ay nandito. So, lalagyan na natin ang guhit. So, nandiyan po ang 108. Then, label fisherman 30%. So, ang ilalagay natin dito ay hindi yung 108 degrees, kundi yung percentage. So, fisherman 30%. So, next is vendors with 90 degrees. So, ikutin natin ang protractor and lalagyan ng guhit ang 90 degrees. So, dito ulit, no? So, yung protractor kanina, so, iikutin lang po natin. So, pantay ulit dito sa linyang to. So, from 0, hahanapin yung 90. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So, lalagyan ng guhit. And then, label vendors with 25%. So, next, ikutin ang protractor, then we will draw the part of farmers with 72 degrees. So, simula ulit 0, 72. So, yan. Hindi po dito sa kabila, hindi dito ha. 0, 72. Mali. So, simula kayo dito sa 0. 0 to 72. So, lagyan ng guhit yung 72. Label farmers 20%. So, next, iikutin ulit ng protractor. Itatapat sa linya kanina. Then, sa tapat po ng 0, then draw the part. Carpenters with 54 degrees. Ayan. So, carpenters, 0. 50, then 54, guhitan. Then, label carpenters 15%. So, ang huling part ay OFWs with 10%. Ayan. So, syempre yung huli. So, 10% na yon. So, yun yung OFW. 36 degrees. Then last step is to put the title of the circle graph. So, occupation of 400 parents of Malikain Elementary School students. So, that's how to draw a pie chart. Next is problem solving. So, let us solve problems involving circle graph. 150 pupils were surveyed to find out their favorite food in the school canteen. The results are shown on the pie graph below. So we have pasta, 50%, burger, 20%, noodles, 10%, pastries, 15%, then chips, 5%. So these are the favorite snacks of 150 pupils. So question number 1, how many pupils choose pasta? Okay, so ang gagawin lang natin para ma-compute kung ilan yung batang pumili ng pasta. So 150 times 0.50. So ilan yung pasta, ilang percent? 50%. So ilan ang total ng mga bata? 150. So 150 times 0.50. So, 50% kinonvert sa decimal. So, naging po siyang 0.50. So, 150 times 0.50 is equal to 75. So, 75 pupils choose pasta. Number 2, how many pupils choose burger? So, same process. So, 150, that is the total number of pupils times 0.20. So, hinahanap natin yung percentage. So, 150, kumbaga ito yung base. Then 0.20, that is the rate. So, ang hinahanap natin ay yung percentage. 0.20, burger, kasi 20%. So, 150 times 0.20 is equal to 30 pupils. So, 30 pupils ang pumili ng burger. Next, number 3, what percent of the pupils did not choose noodles? So, percent. So, rate ang hinahanap doon. So, we have 100% minus 10% kasi yung noodles, so ang pumili ng noodles ay 10%. So ang kabuuan 100. So 100 minus 10%, so that is equal to 90%. So ibig sabihin, 90% ng mga estudyante ang hindi pumili ng noodles. Question number 4. How many more pupils chose pasta than burger? So, di ba, kanina, na-compute na natin kung ilang estudyante yung pumili ng pasta. Ilan din estudyante yung pumili ng burger. So, ang gagawin na lang natin, ipagmaminus. So, 75 minus 30 is equal to 45 pupils. So, ganun po. Next, we have Paulo's monthly allocation given as allowance of 1,200 pesos. So, 50% ng 1,200 ay para sa food, 5% for savings, 20% for miscellaneous expenses, 10% for school supplies, and 15% transportation. So, 1,200 yung allowance niya. Question number 1, how much is allotted per month for food? Okay, so ang gagawin lang natin, 1,200 times 50% or 0.50. So, the answer is 600 pesos. So, 600 pesos yung budget niya para sa food. Question number 2, how much is spent for transportation? So, 1,200 times 0.15 kasi 15% yung sa transpo. So, multiply. So, we have 180 pesos. So, for transportation, the allocation is 180 pesos. Then, number 3, how much does Paulo save in a month? So, yung saving niya ay 5%. So, 1,200 times 0.05. So, 5%, convert to decimal, magiging pong 0.05. Then, multiply. The answer is 60 pesos. So, 60 pesos yung nasisave ni Paulo sa loob ng isang buwan sa kanyang monthly allowance na 1,200. Question number 4. Find the average amount of money allotted per month on food. And transportation. So, kanina, na-compute na natin yung food at saka yung transportation. So, kukunin na lang natin yung average. So, we have 600 plus 180 is equal to 780. Then, divide natin ng 2 kasi dalawa ito. So, 780 divide by 2. So, the answer is 390 pesos. So, that is the average amount of money allotted per month on food and transportation. Okay, so don't forget, these are the steps on how to draw a pie graph. So step 1, know. Know the parts, know the data, and parts or sections of the pie graph. Step 2, compute the ratio. So ito yung kino-compute yung percentage. Step 3, compute the degrees. Then step 4, draw the circle graph and put the label of every parts, and don't forget to put the title of the graph. So huwag kakalimutan lagyan ng label ang bawat parts. So yung percentage ang nilalagay, hindi po yung degrees. Then pinakahuli, don't forget to put the title of the graph. That's the end of our discussion for today. I hope you learned how to draw and solve problems involving pie graph. Thank you for watching, and if you are new in our channel, please subscribe and click the notification bell for more math and science videos.